Okay, I want to talk just briefly about gratitude. Gratitude is so important. It is the key, it is the lubricant to everything good going on for you. You're going to find a lot of stuff in here that ties into gratitude. Gratitude is a skill, it is. And if you take a skills-based approach to elevating your gratitude levels, you can be happy, you can feel fulfilled, you can feel connected to others in ways you never thought possible. So let me just share a quick story with you. Years ago when my life was falling apart, you may have heard this story before. I say I left my job, but really I was losing my job. They were showing me the door. I thought I was this great creative person. I'd won tons of awards for them. And I thought that, I was kind of a prima donna. I thought that was just kind of the negative baggage you get with a creative person. But really I was wrong. And how I was did not, the way that I was designed, I thought, was not how I had to be. And anyway, I found it out because my life was falling apart. And on the last day that I was working there, I ran into this guy and he had this book and it was on the science of positive psychology, the science of happiness. And when he showed me that, I was like, that's what I need. And I ran and I got it. And I started reading in there and it talked a lot about gratitude. And I thought, okay, I'm going to elevate my gratitude levels just by saying thank yous in my prayers more. He was recommending that I write in a gratitude journal each night. And I was like, that's fluffy. That's not going to do anything. And so I didn't do it. And I started just, I thought, well, I will say more prayers of gratitude. Well, I actually didn't do that. And 2 weeks later, my life had not changed. So after 2 weeks, I decided I'm actually going to do this. And I started writing each night. I committed to myself that I would not go to sleep until I had written 3 fortunate things that happened to me. And what this is, anyway, so I started to do that and nothing changed. My life was just as horrible and miserable as it was before. But I was doing it. I was committed to myself. And I remember it was like a week or 2 later, I was super tired. I had a horrible day. I was grumpy. I was complaining about everything. And as I dragged myself up to bed late at night, I realized, I didn't write in my journal. And I was so frustrated. I couldn't think of one fortunate thing that happened to me, let alone 3. And it was just, anyway, I wanted to throw the book against the window. Well, the next day, I decided I wasn't going to let that happen again. I wasn't going to get late and tired and cranky and then try and think of a fortunate thing. I was going to look for it. And I remember I thought that just as I was driving into work and I was going through this little canyon road. We live up above Sundance, and at that time, they had it go down to just 1 lane on each side. And if you got behind somebody that was slow, you were behind them forever. Well, as I get to this guy, immediately I could feel my blood boiling. I could feel myself starting to lose it, as I would back then. And all of a sudden, the guy pulled over. And I drove past. And then I look in my rearview mirror, and he hopped back on the road and continued on behind me. So he had deliberately moved over so that I could pass. And all of a sudden I felt these feelings because I thought, that's fortunate. That's what I can write today. And what gratitude is gratitude is recognizing you are the recipient of deliberate kindness. That's what had happened. That changed my life. You can't be grateful and unhappy at the same time. So anytime you're feeling discouraged or disheartened or angry or volatile or frustrated or anything like that, if you can elevate your gratitude levels, you can take control of your life again. So you'll find a lot of gratitude in here, whether it's the gratitude journal section at the back, whether it's the list 3 fortunate things that happened to you today, whether it's the list 3 things going right in your life right now. The more you can get skilled with gratitude, the more you're going to be in charge of your life.